So then, with the launch of the Apple Vision Pro now rolling out to even more countries, what is the second generation Vision Pro going to give us when it's released? Well, today I want to go over all the details about this, including the release date and price too. So that's right guys, more and more countries are getting the Apple Vision Pro, including my country here in the UK. It's now rolled out and you can get it right now. But to be deadly honest, a lot of you guys are still quite reluctant to get your hands on it because how expensive it is. At the end of the day, the Vision Pro costs $3,500. What is a huge amount of money when you actually think about it for just a sort of spatial vision experience. Now, don't get me wrong, I've got a Vision Pro and it is really great. It's definitely one of the best sort of VR kind of experience or spatial kind of vision kind of experience I've ever used, but $3,500 for it, it's just so much money. The good news is though, it's looking likely that as we go into the future, the next generation of the Vision Pro will cost significantly less than the current Vision Pro that we have right now. We've actually had this report in here where you can see that Apple have actually decided they're going to make another type of Vision Pro device, except for it's going to cost a lot less than the current Vision Pro, which is really good news to hear. And this is the main device that I want to talk about today, all about this new Vision Pro, what's going to cost a lot less money, and what does this actually mean, and what is Apple actually going to sacrifice here to actually make this far less in money. Well, looking at this leak here, it looks like Apple wants to target the new Vision Pro to be at a price of a high-end iPhone. I'm talking about an iPhone with, say, a bit more storage inside of it. So the likes of, say, 512 gigabytes or, say, 1 terabyte inside of, say, an iPhone 16 Pro Max when that comes out. Not the price of the baseline kind of model. So the kind of prices that we're looking at is kind of $1,600, as you can see right here. And this is definitely far less. But the thing is, the likes of, say, Meta out there, they're charging even less than this. And this is crazy that especially you can actually pick it up now for $500 out and about, and especially that they're updating it with sort of new AI tasks and ability, and also that the current Vision Pro, for example, doesn't have any Apple Intelligence inside of it. We got the new Vision OS 2 announced for it, but we didn't get any kind of Apple Intelligence kind of features talked about when Apple Intelligence was talked about. It was all about for Macs, for iPhones and iPads and things like this. There was nothing really about the Vision Pro, and this actually to me sounded quite disappointing because I think there's so many benefits that AI could happen with the Vision Pro, but I think Apple have got a couple of aces up their sleeve in how they want to achieve getting AI or Apple Intelligence onto the Vision Pro with the current generation and the next generation too. And one of those big changes where Apple look like they're going to kind of cuss down and things like this is that it looks like it could just run off your iPhone or your iPad or your Mac. At the end of the day, the current Vision Pro right now has an M2 inside of it. And remember, we're on M4 right now. And by the time the next generation of, say, the new Vision Pro could come out, and I'll talk about the actual release time for this, we could be on M5 or M6 by there. But you'll see what I mean in a minute, how this is actually going to work. But what it actually looks like is that this next generation of the Vision Pro is actually going to work from your iPhone or your Mac or your iPad right now. And how this will work, it will actually use the chip inside of that, the Apple Silicon inside this. So this is going to be really cool that we would be able to say by then utilize, say, an M5 or maybe even an M4, M3 or whatever previous generations. It's not actually sure how Apple are going to actually explain this, but we could actually have this instead, and also say with iPhones, as long as you have, say, a Pro kind of chipset, or say maybe one of the new generation sort of iPhone 16 models, you'll be able to use this with Apple Intelligence too. So this does sound really cool, and especially that the likes of, say, like an iPhone, for example, has a battery built into it, so does an iPad, that the actual next Vision Pro would actually utilize that device's battery instead, what is really awesome, and also will keep costs down and also make the device as well a bit more easier to use with that, because at the end of the day we just have the battery pack right now. We have to put this in our pocket on the table, whatnot. So yeah, this will be really good. And remember guys, a lot of other companies out there right now do this, like with Xreal for example. They can stream off your iPhone, or they can stream off of like another device or things like this with a cable connected. So you know, a lot of people are doing this with their sort of glasses devices out there, and even say the likes of, say, the Meta, you can connect this up to your computer if you wanted to do that too, and you can actually utilize more of that power there, which is also pretty awesome. So yeah, I think this is where Apple want to go down here, save a lot of costs in there without putting in a whole computer inside of the Vision Pro next time round. So you can imagine that sort of takes away the cost of shrinking everything down, the manufacturing of the chip, cooling and things like this. It's definitely going to be a big advantage to reduce the price. One other area where Apple are looking to reduce costs with this new Vision Pro is to actually do with the actual screens that you see in front of you. And the way they're looking to do this is actually to provide kind of bigger kind of sort of screens in front of you, but to have a lower sort of density sort of in pixels per inch. And this makes it easier to manufacture by doing this. The rumor goes at the moment that we can see right here that these are going to be 2.1 inches and give us around about 1,700 pixels per inch, whereas the current Vision Pro has a 1.42 inch display and it has a pixel density of 3,400 pixels, and that is amazing. It's really, really great, but obviously it costs a lot of money to cram that many pixels into such a small sensor. To actually have a bigger sensor instead and then actually have less pixels, you can imagine is going to cost far less that time round. Next of all though, I want to talk about the release date, and before the release time of the next Vision Pro, something is going to happen way before that, and that is the giveaway we're doing on this channel for this. This here is an iPad Pro M4 with 512 gigabytes of storage, and it's also a 13-inch model, and I'm giving this away at the end of September time to one lucky subscriber on this channel. And all you have to do to enter in for this M4 iPad Pro for the giveaway is just put down in the comments below of what technology you're hoping to get in 2024. Whether this be Apple related or not, just put it down in the comments below. And like I said, as it's going to one lucky subscriber, if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to this channel and also hit that notification bell, because near the end of September time, I'll be making a video giving you a few more details about the giveaway, including a little form to fill in too, and also at the same time of the actual date of the live stream of when I'm going to be giving this away. But not only this iPad Pro, I'm also going to be giving away one of these with it too. This here is a Magic Keyboard, and I'm going to be giving this away with the iPad Pro just to get you guys started with that. So that's going to be really awesome. So that lucky subscriber is going to get hands on that. The other thing I just want to quickly say, guys, there's still lots of scammers and spammers out there. People still impersonating me, still telling you to WhatsApp, Telegram, Instagram, all these kind of bad things, telling you to part with money for postage. Please don't part with any money for postage. I'll be paying for the postage on this giveaway and taxes and things like that. So please do ignore these people, or better still, as you can see right here, please do report them. So next of all, let's talk about the release date. When are we most likely going to get our hands on this next generation Vision Pro, what's going to cost us a lot less? Well, according to Mark Gurman here, he actually said earlier in the year, this is 18 months away at the very least. And this would push us into, say, summer 2025. But then we've heard other leaks and rumors here saying that it's going to be 2026 at the earliest, or even pushing into 2027. And I think this is probably more the sort of target time for this to actually happen. Apple have the ability with Vision OS now to make all of this work and everything. They've done that. They just need to make the hardware different, and they need to make it more affordable too as we go into the future. So I definitely think that Apple's next stab at this Vision Pro is probably going to be coming out the end of 2026. Maybe we might see an announcement at WWDC 2026, and this is crazy to think this is about 2 years from now at the time of making this video when we'll see this, but then the actual time it will come out end of 2026 or early 2027, and by that time, you know, a full 3 years or so would have probably passed since the original Vision Pro. And I personally think this is going to be Apple's last step in this sort of area, because obviously the Vision Pro hasn't sold the most or as many devices that Apple had hoped, and I think the main factor behind this is because of the price. It's so expensive. So we're just going to have to wait around till then when we're going to get our hands on it. But there we go, guys. That is the latest roundup we have on the next generation of the Vision Pro. Are you going to be waiting around for that generation, or are you going to try and get yourself off the generation that exists right now? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And also, guys, it's time to wrap up the video, so if you have enjoyed watching it, please do press the like button. Also, if you want to hear the latest Apple news, reviews and comparisons too, make sure you subscribe to the channel and also hit that notification bell. Until next time, guys, I'll see you really soon. Take care. Bye bye.